Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those of you watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. Today we're talking about a dark comedy, a classic dark comedy that has a dark history in a way in itself. At least its release date's kind of dark. Dr. Strangelove, or How I Come to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, was supposed to be released November 22nd of 1963. For those of you who know your U.S. history, you know that's the date that President Kennedy was assassinated. So in light of that, they moved the release date of the movie to the beginning of 1964, January 1964. So brief synopsis, in case you don't know what this movie is about this general, kind of crazy, goes crazy, I guess you could say. He wants this to get rid of all the communists and the Soviet Union, and he feels like the military knows better than the politicians that the people choose. So he bypasses the president, gives these airplanes that has nuclear weapons the code for them to go and drop these bombs in the Soviet Union. So he essentially wants to start the nuclear war without the president's consent. And that's kind of where the comedy begins there. I'm just going to talk about the parts I liked. Please leave some comments below. What do you like about this movie if you've seen it? What do you didn't like about it if you hated it? Interested to know your feelings and thoughts about this. So leave some comments below so I can read them. Like I said, this is a dark comedy and there's some great comedic scenes in here. Some of them are by accident. First, we'd like to talk about George C. Scott. Only movie I can remember seeing him in is Patton, and he does a very fantastic job in Patton. And the contrast between Patton and this movie is like a complete 180. Patton, he's all real serious. He's a general. And he's real serious about the business, about doing war, and what it is to be a great soldier and how you should attack your enemy and stuff like that. In this movie, he's still kind of like a serious character, but he's just some of the stuff he says is just out there outrageous. There is one funny part he had. It was kind of like an accident, like he didn't really mean it to be funny. And so there's a part where he's talking to the president and he's kind of walking backwards and he trips and he does like a somersault, and he stands back up but he points at the screen, and I can't remember the line he says. And like the scene, like it's all serious, and like it looks like it was meant to be in a movie, but it was like he accidentally tripped and did a somersault. And he just continued his line, like, show must go on, like an actor is supposed to. And they kept it in the movie. To me, that was like the funniest part of the movie. It kind of reminded me in a way of, if you've ever seen Clue, Colonel Mustard. That scene kind of reminded me of Colonel Mustard. Especially, I think the scene where the chandelier drops down. You would have to get if you have to see Clue to get my reference. But, that character at that time kind of reminded me of Colonel Mustard and Clue. But yeah, George Scott, he's great in this movie. To me, he was my favorite character. And I don't know, just everything he says and how he delivers his lines. And, I just feel like his acting really was the highlight of this film. That's my personal opinion. I'm sure you guys have other actors or characters you really love in this if you've already seen it. I would say that how he was probably like the highlight of this. I find like the funniest part of the movie was the conversations that the president would have with like the Soviet leaders, just how they were talking on the phone, like the phone conversations. I don't know, I just found them funny, and I thought that was very well delivered. And the actions that the president was doing while he was talking to the other president, the leader of the Soviet Union. To me, those were like the comedic points of this movie. I really enjoyed those. Those always gave me like a little chuckle. I would say this isn't it's a dark comedy, but it's not something where you like really laugh out loud. It's like, I don't know. It's all like it was like a ha ha, like those kind of moments, not like where your guts busting or anything like that. Let's see what else here. Looking at my notes. So a couple of things here. Slim Pickens is in this, or Slim Perkins. Boy, I can't remember if it's Slim Pickens or Slim Perkins Anyways, always seen him in like westerns. Always thought he was like a western guy. I didn't realize that this was his first movie. I believe this was his first movie. If you don't know who I'm talking about, he has a. Once you hear him speak, he's the only person that talks a certain way. If you see him Back to the Future 3, when Marty McFly first enters that bar, you got those 3 cowboys around a table, and he's the one who talks to Marty. Marty McFly. His voice is very unique, but I've only seen him in westerns. I didn't realize he was in this movie. So far, and in fact, this is James Earl Jones' first movie, and I believe I read that James Earl Jones didn't realize that Slim Perkins, oh man, talked like that in real life. So when he heard him offset talking like that, he thought he was staying in character. But you know, it's just how he really talks. And then, yeah, so this is James Earl Jones' first movie. He does a fantastic job. It's a small part, about 4 or 5 minutes, you know, probably maybe 10 minutes at the most of screen time. Who would have known that he would become the big movie star? You know, he has a very interesting career, James Earl Jones, because like there's not very movies where he's like the star of the movie. He's just in a lot of movies, but the parts he plays are always very very rememberable. Is that a word? Anyway, so this is his first movie. And there's a couple scenes I didn't really like. I mean, probably budget-wise or just how things were shot. Like the shot of the airplane, I'm pretty sure they made it look that way on purpose. It looks very fake. And then on purpose, I guess it's on purpose, but that's the part I didn't really like, though. I don't know if it's there they did it for comedic reasons, but to me, it kind of took away the movie. I did like how the shots inside the airplane, I guess they really did get that close to possible, as being as realistic as possible. So the shots in the airplane are really good. And then I like the final scene with Slim Perkins. It's not the final scene with Slim Perkins, but when they actually drop the bomb, you know, he's riding that bomb down like a cowboy, you know. So that's pretty funny. And then the other part that kind of sticks out on my mind is that, you know, this nuclear war is happening, and you got the leaders in this room, and you got Dr. Strangelove in there. And, you know, I thought Dr. Strangelove would be like the main villain or like a main character, but he's really like just like a side character. He's not really in the movie very long at all. But, you know, he's talking about what actions we're going to take. And one thing, you know, everybody's kind of against it, but then he's talking about, well, we'll take 10 women for each guy. And then all of a sudden, like, all the men in the room are kind of like in favor of it, you know, because I guess they get 10 women. You know, good luck with that. But overall, I recommend this one. This because it's a classic, and it's talking about a different time period of U.S. history, and a lot of it is about the Cold War and the fears that Americans had at that time during the Cold War. So I definitely would check this out if you ever have a chance. It's on Amazon Prime. I'm not sure if it's still on there or not. I can't remember if it was like when I watched it, if they had a countdown to how many days are left. But yeah, so definitely check out Dr. Strangelove or How I Stopped Worrying and Come to Love the Bomb. It's a kind of a slow burner. Like I said, you're not going to have like a gut-busting moments. You'll like ha-ha kind of moments, but it's enjoyable to watch. And it's a classic, so check it out. So I will highly recommend this one. Hopefully you enjoy this. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you like about this movie, or if you didn't like the movie. I can see people not liking this movie. I didn't really like the first 10 minutes of it, but as the movie went on, the more and more I did enjoy it. Have a great day, and bye.